This is a comprehensive guide on how to solo complete all the hidden Dark Ops challenges in Black Ops 6 Zombies. As of the release of this video, there are 19 Dark Ops challenges in total, but you only need to do 15 of them to unlock the Dark Ops Mastery calling card. I designed this guide to not only show you how to complete all the current challenges, but also how to optimize your progress. I will help you figure out which challenges to do together in the same match so you can earn that Mastery calling card as quickly and efficiently as possible. And if this really helps you getting that Dark Ops Mastery calling card, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. But now, without further ado, let's start with the video. Reaper of the Undead. Kill 1 million zombies. This is by far the most time-consuming Dark Ops challenge of them all. Speaking from experience as someone who completed the same challenge in both Black Ops 4 and Cold War Zombies, if you want to get this done quickly, or at least faster, your best option is to focus on high grind games. And yes, I mean many high grind games. That said, don't stress too much over it. This is one of those challenges where you will naturally make progress just by playing the game normally. There's no hidden trick or secret strategy to speed it up, aside from grinding out those high grinds and playing a lot. But speaking of high grinds, our next challenge is another round, reach round 100. It doesn't matter which map you choose to complete this challenge on. It can be Liberty Falls, Terminus, Citadel Daymore, or even any future map if you are watching this video at a later date. In this video, I will showcase the strategy for Liberty Falls, which I believe is the easiest, safest and fastest option. If you prefer another map, links to high ground strategy guides are available in the description, so the choice is yours after all. But before diving in, I recommend using these augments to make your gameplay a lot easier. Remember that Black Ops 6 includes a save and quit feature for solo players, so you don't need to reach round 100 in a single go. You can save your progress and return later. But now let's get into the strategy which will help you to reach round 100 in about 2.5 hours without any gobblegums. Start with the GS45 pistols using the following attachments and make sure to get the jet gun. Equip Energy Mine as your field upgrade and then pack-a-punch both weapons to max level, fully upgrade the pistols and apply Napalm Burst on it. Head over to the top of the bank and open the zipline that connects to spawn. From here, stand inside the zipline and use your pistols to kill the zombies until round 40s. During vermin runs, go to the alleyway and position yourself next to the trash bins. This speeds things up as the vermins will only spawn from the nearby windows. Also make sure to use stamina with the no fall damage augment, and this will save you from any mishaps like if you fall off the bank. During the higher runs, and I mean basically after round 45, you should switch to the jet gun. To conserve ammo, continuously press and release the fire button. This ensures you deal consistent damage while allowing the weapon to recharge itself. If Manglers get too close, the jet gun will stun them so you can slowly chip away their health and maybe finish them off with an energy mine. For abominations, activate the chopper gunner and mutant injection to deal with them quickly. They spawn on every 5th or 6th round. Starting around round 80, I recommend using any of those score streaks at the beginning of every round. You will likely have enough salvage to keep buying score streaks as the Manglers often drop them when killed. If needed, the crafting table is conveniently located in the alleyway just below where you usually stand, so you can jump down to buy things if you need them. So to summarize, stand in the zipline, use it to escape when overwhelmed, rest and release the jet gun to manage ammo, and rely on score streaks when necessary. To wrap things up, here's my full round 99 gameplay and how I unlocked the calling card. And now here are 3 more challenges you can easily complete during the same round 100 game. Invincible, reach round 30 without getting down. This one is fairly simple, but if you found yourself in a sticky situation, Aether Shroud can be a lifesaver. Pair it with the Dying Wish augment on quick revive to significantly reduce your chances to going down. Harbinger of Doom, kill 100 enemies with a single score streak. As highlighted in the high run strategy guide, later runs make score streaks absolutely essential. You will easily get this calling card by using either a Mutant Injection or a Chopper Gunner. Both are great options for clearing a large amount of zombie hordes. Gummed Up, consume 25 Gobble Gums in a single match. You can also complete this challenge within the first 25 rounds of a high run game. My advice is to create a Gobble Gum pack filled with Whimsical Gums and any rare Gobble Gum you are okay with using up. That said, you don't necessarily have to waste them. You can integrate these gums into the high run strategy. For example, insta-kills can be super useful, or you could build a more advanced Gobble Gum pack specifically designed for high runs. What I personally did was spin the Gobble Gum machine every single round up until round 25 and immediately activate whatever gum I got. Alternatively, you can wait 5 minutes on the same round to get another free spin from the machine. Remember, spinning is free, but you can only have 3 Gobble Gums active at a time. Once you've cycled through enough Gobble Gums and the timer for the final one ends, you will complete the challenge and unlock the calling card. And since we are talking about Gobble Gums, here's another challenge. Well, that was a waste. Get done within 10 seconds after consuming a Perkaholic Gobble Gum. This challenge might sound cruel, and for a good reason. You have to waste one of the most iconic ultra rare Gobble Gums to complete it. Here's what you need to do. First, play the game until you unlock a Perkaholic. Once you have one, equip it in your Gobble Gum pack and start a match on any of the map and keep spinning the machine until you get it. At this point, make sure you have a horde of zombies nearby and no armor on yourself. Then simply activate the gum and run straight into the horde to down yourself. This will complete the challenge and unlock the calling card. Now let's move on to some map specific calling cards. Terminal. Complete Terminus quest after round 50. This part of the video assumes you're already familiar with the main quest. If not, there's a guide linked in the description. Start by completing the quest on an earlier round, then camp inside Engineering without ever opening the door to see towers. Here you can hold off zombies using the Beam Smasher until round 40s and then activate a Mutant Injection or Chopper Gunner to clear the round. Don't forget to use the Beam Smasher's alternate fire to deal more damage to stunned zombies, and while using the Mutant Injection, stand in the doorway and melee to kill the zombies the fastest way possible. Once it runs out, just buy a new one and keep making your way to round 51. The calling card requires you to be on round 51 or higher before entering the boss fight. It would be smart to bring in a score streak, 2 Casimir grenades, and an idolized Gobble Gum into the boss fight. I also recommend using the ASG shotgun with Shadow Rift. During the fight, your main concern will be the zombies rather than the boss itself. The Kraken's health doesn't scale with the round, so you will deal massive damage to it even on round 51, but the zombies will be tougher to kill. You can kite the Kraken to attack the main platform using its smash attack to clear out the zombies. This is a strategy I used frequently. Once you shot the Rat Cyst on the Kraken and phase 1 ends, focus on running in circles and just surviving. Phase 2 is similar, but avoid the slam attack as it can instantly down you. Shoot the Kraken's open mouth and focus on its tentacles when the boss is not glowing orange. Tossing the first Casimir grenade during this phase can give you time to focus on attacking either its mouth or tentacles without distractions. Phase 3 requires a perfect start for the quickest completion. Position yourself on the starting platform as the Kraken emerge. If you are running around in circles slowly, then you can do 2 full circles most likely. Anyway, when the boss is there, activate Idolize and spam the ASG shotgun at the glowing eyes on its head to deal significant damage using Shadow Rift. If needed, throw the second Casimir or jump into the water on either side of the arena to survive the electric burst attack, which can instantly down you. Once you successfully kill the boss, you will see the challenge marked as completed in the menu after the match. Also, if you want to see my full no commentary completion, you can find the link in the description. The next 2 Dark Ops challenges can be done simultaneously with the Easter egg, so let's start with the first one. Yo-ho-ho, on Terminus, earned 20,000 essence without getting hit with the Cursed Relic equipped. The Cursed Relic is part of the Treasure Hunt side Easter egg. To complete it, buy Melee Macchiato and head to the Sea Caves. Look for this wall which you can melee to reveal a hidden room with a dead captain, a treasure chest, and a map showing a red X. The X marks a randomized location where you have to collect a watch from the water and return it to the captain. Next we will need molotovs or thermogrenades and find 3 skeletons. One at the shipwreck, one buried in the sand on Castle Island, and one near the ruins entrance on Temple Island. Throw a burning lethal at each to summon an elite Mangler. After each kill, return the cursed coin to the cave. Once you collected them, you will receive 3 random legendary guns, and the final red axe will appear on the map. Head to Crab Island and survive 3 runs. During this time, lightning and storm will intensify, and after surviving, a chest will appear containing the cursed relic. Now here's the easiest way to complete this Dark Ops challenge. Grab the relic, and on the same island you will see a wooden crab trap on top of this huge rock. You need to blow it open using an explosive. This will make little crabs spawn around the island, which you can interact with by milling them to start a whack-a-mole minigame. But before you do that, make sure you have Temporal Gift and Double Points Gum equipped. Activate Double Points, but before picking it up, pop Temporal Gift to double its duration and then start the minigame in front of the level 3 armor wall by. Try to hit as many crabs as you can using the baseball bat, and once you are done, use Ether Shout to safely exit and gather the points without getting hit. You will most likely unlock the calling card this way. Unfortunately, I used a far less convenient strategy, running around the gun platform, so I unlocked the calling card that way. Next we have Fatal. Kill 2 amalgams with a single shot. The most important step for this challenge is choosing the right weapon. I recommend using the LR 7.62 sniper rifle, GS45 pistol, or HE1 launcher. I personally use the sniper rifle, but any of these will work as long as it's at least blue rarity, double pack punched and equipped with dead wire. Progress through your game until round 16 where the first amalgam spawns. Don't kill it, but try to keep it alive until round 20 when the second one spawns. Once you have 2 amalgams, lower their health and keep a few zombies alive. Be careful, if an amalgam contacts a zombie, it will heal itself. Next, jump into a boat and head to Temple Island with both amalgams weakened. Shoot the spots shown in the video to get an insta-kill power up. Grab it and then lure the amalgams close together and fire a single shot between them on the ground. If done correctly, the Dark Ops calling card will pop up. Alternatively, you can load up Citadel Demore to do the challenge on that map. Keep one amalgam alive until the second one spawns, lower the health of both and use the special ability of the Fire Sword to one-shot both amalgams. To make it even easier, you can shoot the free insta-kill power-up located on the scaffolding near the tavern by the sewer exit. Strike. Get 300 score while bowling at Liberty Falls. To complete this challenge, you need to do the bowling side easter egg by finding and shooting 5 Mr. Pixie's shoes. The first shoe is inside the gas station right after you jump down from spawn. The second is in the hardware shop sitting on a broken shelf. For the third, head towards the church and look under the armchair inside the groundskeeper's house. The fourth shoe is in the graveyard hanging on a tree at the very back. Finally, go down towards the bowling alley and find the last shoe on top of a coffin inside this white house. After finding all 5, you will be teleported into the bowling minigame where you must score 300 points to complete this challenge. It took me about 6 tries to complete, so here are some tips. As soon as the 2-minute timer starts, begin throwing the bowling ball but don't spam it. Fully charge the ball until it glows in your hand, then wait for a large group of zombies to line up before throwing it. This way the ball can hit every enemy in its path. If you spam throws, you will need to perfectly hit 30 zombies in 2 minutes, which is nearly impossible. Stay patient, but not super patient as the timer is against you, and focus on lining up zombies. Fully charge each throw and aim carefully. If you manage to score 300 points, you will unlock the Dark Ops calling card. If you weren't able to reach 300 points, don't worry, you don't have to start a new game. After 6 rounds of activating the easter egg, you will be able to find a bowling shoe in the toilet inside the bowling alley. Shooting it will teleport you back into the minigame. If it's still a miss, after another 6 rounds you can go in for a final time, so you have 3 chances total per game to complete this calling card. Liberated. Complete Liberty Falls quest in under 30 minutes in standard mode. This Dark Ops challenge is very specific, so I've linked my full solo run in the description for a more detailed guide. But here are the crucial tips. Start with a weapon that has a long range scope and a silencer. The silencer is needed to quickly collect salvage. Use it to activate the free double point side easter egg by shooting the same spot on the tower shown in my video. Activate the Rampage Inducer and survive on the small roof until you have around 14,000 points. Once you have it, deactivate the Rampage Inducer and buy the GS45 pistols from the vault if they are blue rarity. If not, restart the game since only a few minutes will have passed. Once you got the blue pistols, open the path to the comic book shop and then shoot the indicated spot here for a free bonus points power up. Then head to the church, grab the water valve, pack a punch your pistols and end the run there. When the next round starts, go to the graveyard and wait for the Groundskeeper to spawn, forcing it to appear either on this round or the next. Use the free insta-kill from the roof to safely melee the zombies, and after killing the Groundskeeper and collecting the parts from the shed, complete the lockdown step in the bowling alley using decoys and Ether Shroud. By this point you should have enough salvage to craft the Mangler cannon and collect the final jet gun part. So you can build the jet gun ideally within 7 to 10 minutes of the game. I also recommend gathering Ethereal figurines while progressing the Easter egg. Activate the mysterious machine in the church and place one Ethereal figurine inside. Build the LTG on the roof, place it under the Ether Storm near the church, and equip Napalm Burst on your pistols and buy PhD if you haven't already. From here, focus on completing the Easter egg steps. Kill the elite enemy in the trap for the first canister, complete the Strauss counter step, fill the last canister, and don't forget to pick up the LTG after completing the Strauss counter step to save time, talking from experience. Then delivering the final canister by quick revive, and also ensure you gather 8 Ethereal figurines and place the last one in the church. Once ready, start the final lockdown sequence. It's going to be around 5 to 6 minutes, so buy Juggernog if you still have more time than that left. By the way, checking the leaderboard in game shows how much time have passed since starting the match. During the lockdown, use your pistols for the first phase, mixing in the jet gun's blast to clear zombies. In the second phase, collect the Ethereal figurine when the elite Magner spawns, which will help you progress to phase 3, where you should focus on damaging the Abomination enough to finish it off quickly. If you complete the Easter egg within 30 minutes, the calling card will unlock once the match ends. Next we have Armed to the Teeth. Have 3 Pack-a-Punch level 3 legendary relative weapons equipped with ammo mods and 8 bursts active. I saved this one for the end of the Easter egg specific calling cards because there's a simple way to unlock it. After completing a main quest, click on continue and you will be rewarded with stuffs like legendary ether tools, flawless Pack-a-Punch crystals, ammo mods and all perks. These provide almost everything you need to fully upgrade 2 non-wonder weapons and your knife with all perks active. Alternatively, if you choose not to complete an Easter egg, you would need 169,000 points to purchase all Pack-a-Punch levels and perks, along with 27,000 salvage to upgrade all weapons and apply 1 ammo mod to each. These requirements are quite steep, but if you would rather avoid the Easter egg entirely, the directed mode offers a much easier solution. With directed mode, many previously time-consuming challenges have become much more manageable. Just like Armed to the Teeth, grinding out Nebula Camo is much easier here, which has its own Dark Ops challenge, Dark Journey. Earn Nebula Camo on 33 weapons in zombies. Easy might be a stretch for Dark Journey, as it's undoubtedly one of the most time-consuming Dark Ops challenges. For those unfamiliar, Nebula is the completionist camo in Black Ops 6 Zombies. To unlock it, you must complete all base camo challenges for a weapon to unlock Mystic Gold. Then you need Mystic Gold on all weapons in a category to unlock Opal. Once Opal is unlocked on 33 weapons of your choice, you must complete Afterlife for each of them before starting the Nebula challenge. With new weapons added to the game, you can skip one weapon category. For example, completing the Krieg, Saug and Power Drill in Season 1 means you can avoid grinding snipers to reach the Nebula requirement. Here are some tips to streamline this process. Start a directed game mode on Liberty Falls and open the map until you reach Pack-a-Punch with the run being capped at 11. Camp on top of the bank near the top window and buy Juggernog and Deadshot, ensuring the double critical damage augment is active. For Mystic Gold, start with 2000 critical kills, complete 2 special camo challenges, and finish with 10 rapid kills 15 times per weapon. Opal requires 30 special enemy kills per weapon. With runs being capped at 11, Manglers will likely spawn consistently from the window in front of you, allowing you to combine Mystic Gold and Opal for weapons you've already made gold. If a Mangler is not consistently spawning in your game, try to save and quit, and if your save loads without starting on a Vermin round, you are good to go. Afterlife requires getting 20 kills 10 times without being hit. Camping near the top window works well, just don't stay too far back. Make sure your weapon is strong enough, and for melee kills here are a few tips. Throw decoys, use Tesla Storm or Ether Shroud, and most importantly equip the fast melee and fast backpedal speed augments on Melee Macchiato. For Nebula, you will need 10 elite enemy kills per weapon. The easiest method is building the free jet gun, then the LTG, and placing it under the Ether Storm near the church. Defend the LTG to spawn an elite enemy, kill it and reactivate the LTG to repeat this process after clearing runs over and over again. If an Abomination spawns instead of a Mangler, save and quit and rejoin to reset the enemy. Gold and Opal takes the longest, as Afterlife is like 5 minutes per weapon, Nebula being around 10 or 12 minutes per weapon. You can also stay in one single directed game mode during the whole camo grind. Just make sure you save and quit because the game forces an exfil after 5 hours being in the same match. Next we have Box Addict. Buy every weapon from the mystery box in a single match. You will accumulate a lot of points, which you can use on the mystery box. For this challenge, do not save and quit as it resets your progress and the list of weapons you've already acquired from the box. Additionally, you must build the map specific wonder weapon in directed mode to make it available in the mystery box. After creating the wonder weapon, drop it on the ground and let it disappear. Completing the challenge requires a lot of luck and likely over 100,000 or even 200,000 or even more points. On the screen you will see the list of required items to pull from the mystery box. You need to obtain every base weapon, excluding new weapons added after Season 1 and melee weapons, 2 wonder weapons, the ray gun and the map specific one, and 4 score streaks, Hellstorm, ARCXD, the Chopper Gunner, and Mutant Injection. Lastly we have one more challenge in directed mode, Light Them Up. Using the big game augment for Napalm Burst, kill 10 ignited elite zombies in a single match. This challenge can be done alongside the Nebula grind since both involve killing elite enemies. The most efficient way to achieve this is by spawning the HVT during the Liberty Falls Easter egg, ideally in directed mode. Before starting, ensure you have the big game and incendiary augments equipped on Napalm Burst. The incendiary augment is crucial because it allows you to ignite zombies near the HVT as you cannot directly ignite the elite enemies associated with the quest. You have to use a weak non-upgraded weapon with Napalm Burst to ignite the zombies near the HVT so the fire spreads on it. You don't need to kill it with the fire itself. For killing the HVT I recommend the ASG shotgun, upgrade it as much as you can. For safety you can also equip Napalm Burst on the shotgun. When the HVT is weakened and barely has health, throw a decoy or kite zombies close to it. Ignite the zombies and ensure the fire spreads to the HVT and finish it off with the shotgun. Then wait for the next round to reactivate the LTG and repeat the process 9 more times. While this can be finished in standard mode around round 20, it's much easier to complete it in directed mode. Now let's move on to the final 4 Dark Ops calling cards, which can be completed on any map, but I did all of them on Liberty Falls. Sticks and Stones. Reach round 25 solo using only melee weapons, combat axes and melee macchiato. This challenge is pretty self-explanatory, but still there are some very specific requirements of what can be used and what cannot be used. First of all, start by buying melee macchiato and using the fast melee speed and fast backpedal speed augments. If you are below level 53, you won't have access to combat axes unless an enemy drops them. My strategy was very simple, kinda non-existent as I was just killing zombies near the church and backpedaling down towards Speed Cola while meleeing the zombies. Here are all the things you can do. Picking up new power-ups or any other kind of power-up are okay. Non-damaging tacticals like Steam Sword decoys are also allowed. Using field upgrades as long as they don't deal damage are okay. Killing abominations is fine, and if an abomination kills zombies with its laser beam attack or causes an explosion killing zombies, the challenge won't fail. You can also save and quit, buy perks like Quick Revive and Juggernaut, and use Gobble Guns. But here are all the things you cannot do. Using ammo mods on your knife, killing the Groundkeeper, getting kills with the melee macchiato machine, and getting critical kills or special melee kills. Let's talk about these last two. To avoid issues with the critical kills, do not kill scripted zombies stuck under or behind objects as they will result in critical kills. Likewise, avoid destroying a Mangler's cannon arm as this is registered as special melee kill. To be safe, try killing Manglers while prone. If you just keep upgrading your melee weapon consistently using the previously mentioned augments, you shouldn't have any problems with this challenge. You can also complete this on Citadel anymore using the Lion/Light Sword, as that's the only wonder weapon not triggering any kind of ammo mod. Just never use its special ability and you are good to go to complete this challenge. If you successfully complete round 24 and you didn't do any of the mentioned things that may ruin your game, you will unlock this Dark Ops calling card. Next we have Kunoichi. During a single use of Ether Shroud with the Void Shield augment equipped, kill 3 zombies, 2 special zombies and an elite zombie. The challenge itself is very self-explanatory, but I recommend using not only the Void Shield augment, which is required, but also the extension augment. And make sure you have melee macchiato equipped. You can play normally until around round 23 when the Abomination and 2 Manglers will spawn. If the Abomination spawns earlier, just keep it alive and progress through the rounds until you have both Manglers. Once you have 2 Manglers, weaken the Abomination to very low health and activate your Ether Shroud. Run to the Abomination to kill it, then finish off the zombies and the 2 Manglers to unlock the Dark Ops calling card. The next challenge is good enough. Reach round 20 with only your starting loadout and no augments equipped and without buying any perks or ammo mods or using your field upgrade. The description of the challenge again tells a lot, so here's what I did and what other actions you can do during your run. First of all, I removed all of my augments in the menu before starting a game on Liberty Falls. Since you need to keep your starting loadout, you can only use your melee weapon, your equipment and your starting weapon. I recommend choosing the ASG shotgun as I've already mentioned multiple times in this video. If you buy any new weapons or pick up random equipment from the ground, you will fail the challenge. I didn't test this myself, but the challenge states you can't buy perks. I think this means you can get ones for free, for example from the vault, but I personally avoided any perks because you can upgrade your weapon rarity, pack a punch and buy armor, and this means you will have solid firepower, but you will be more vulnerable to zombies attacks. To survive, I stayed on top of the bank near the top window so all the enemies lined up in front of me. Once you successfully reach round 20 without picking up anything from the ground and only using your starting loadout, you will unlock the Dark Ops calling card. And lastly we have social distancing. Reach round 20 without taking damage. Start a game on Liberty Falls with the ASG shotgun as your starting weapon, Ether Shroud as your field upgrade and decoys as your equipment. Do not approach the Ether canister as its radiation will damage you. You should stay on top of the gas station roof and stay near this zipline. This is the perfect spot to kill any zombie on the roof, but always aim for the headshots. The first vermin round will happen on round 5 or 6 and you should leave the roof and head to the alleyway. If it's not a vermin round, return to spawn. No zombie should be waiting at the start of a new round so you will be safe. If it's a vermin round, stand next to the trash bins to spawn kill them safely. Once the round ends, run to the ASG vault buy and check if it's blue rarity. If it's not, I would say you should restart your game. You would have to do the zombie head easter egg located on the church to get a free blue shotgun, but for that you must survive until round 10. So if it's blue, buy it, otherwise I would say restart. While you are there, you should also buy the speed cola and then head back to the spawn. I mean if you have the blue shotgun. You have to camp here until you have 10,000 points. Save one zombie at the end of the round and then head to the church. Apply napalm burst to the shotgun and pack a punch it. With the upgraded shotgun, use a zipline to reach the bank rooftop and zipline back to spawn. Survive until round 11, which is the first Mangler round, and just hold your position here. Wait for the Mangler to jump on the roof and then kill it. The shotgun with napalm burst completely masks the Manglers. You can also stay on the roof during vermin rounds, but be careful because if you miss a single shot they will jump on you and you fail the challenge. Before round 14 you should have at least 15,000 points and enough salvage to upgrade your shotgun to purple rarity. So go towards the church and both upgrade and further pack a punch it. On round 14 or 15 if you are lucky, the first abomination spawns. Wait until it jumps on the roof and safely kill it while using Ether Shroud. And just do the same thing like we in the video. Now just survive on the roof until like round 19 when the second abomination should spawn. Like I said, if you are lucky like me, it only spawns on round 20. But if it spawns on round 19, activate Ether Shroud and damage it as much as possible. Then use the zipline to the bank roof and stand on this window. Shoot the nuke power up on the chandelier to kill all zombies and stun the abomination. Finish it off and return to the spawn using the zipline. Now just survive here holding your position, and if everything is done correctly, the calling card will unlock as soon as round 20 starts. And that was pretty much it for this video. If Citadel Demo or any upcoming maps are going to get additional Dark Ops challenges in the future, you can expect more videos from me on how to complete those. If you are still here listening, thank you so much for sticking around until the very end, and don't forget liking, subscribing or even sharing this video as it was a lot of work.